Hi, I'm Matthew with my co-host Bryce and Matt. We are here from SBC talking about should they trade Clint Frazier for a starting pitcher, Bryce?
I believe the Yankees should trade Clint Frazier for a starting pitcher. For those who don't know who Clint Frazier is a somewhat troubled outfielder in the Yankees system. Right now he's in AAA playing with Scranton, but he's played in the majors a lot this year. He had 6 home runs. He was batting .279 before he got demoted. It was mostly an attitude problem for him. Right after he had a few errors in the outfield, he went to the locker room. He didn't answer any questions, and then he got demoted to AAA, and he deleted all of his social media posts, which is a big thing considering he's young, and he usually posts to social media considering how young he is and how millennial, I guess you could say. And it's a big thing for the Yankees to get a new starting pitcher because we have a lot of injuries out there right now. And some of our aces, Luis Severino, Herman, even Masahiro Tanaka, haven't been 100% this year. So it'd be crucial for Clint Frazier, who put up somewhat all-star numbers at the MLB level, to get traded away, considering he's not even in our MLB system right now.
Clint Frazier should not be traded. He does not have an attitude problem at all. He didn't answer questions, so what? Some of the best players in the league ignore the media at times. It is not a big deal whatsoever. I think the New York fans are crazy, and I don't think there's a starting pitcher on the market right now that Clint Frazier should be traded.
Bumgarner,
Bumgarner is old. Bumgarner is past his prime.
It's not about having a prime though. It's about
the Yankees are still young. It's not worth trading a young player for a pitcher past their time.
What about Scherzer though?
Scherzer is the only guy that is worth trading Clint Frazier for, and frankly, I don't think that the Nationals are going to be blown away by an offer to trade him.
All right. So second question: will Kevin Durant win a ring with the Nets?
I don't think he's gonna win a ring with the Nets personally. I do think he will win a championship in his career though. I don't think he's gonna play for the Nets to retire for them. I don't think he's gonna finish his career out as a Net. I personally believe that Kevin Durant, after his tenure with the Nets, he's going to go to somewhere else and probably create a super team to just end his career on. So I definitely think Kevin Durant will still retire, not as a Net, and have a championship one more time.
Kevin Durant will be washed up by the time his contract is done with the Nets, and frankly, I don't think this Nets team will be great. I don't think Kevin Durant will be great again. Now, what he was before the injury was, I believe, one of the best players of all time. I don't think anyone can compare to Kevin Durant in terms of scoring. His defense was very solid. He was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate last year. I think Kevin Durant is one of the most, in terms of the all-time greats list, Kevin Durant might be one of the most underrated and disrespected stars we've ever had. But I think his 2 rings that he got in Golden State will be his last. I don't think he has another one.
Well, he joined a 73-9 team, so that's why his legacy is so damaged at this point. And I feel like he's going to redeem himself, not with the Nets, because, frankly, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant in a locker room is a toxic locker room. So I feel like he's going to join at least one more team before he retires, and he, frankly, will win a championship.
Kevin Durant will not be the focal point of a championship team. Again, maybe as a role player when he's washed up, he could win one. I doubt it. I don't see... Whatever his next chapter is, I don't think he'll win a championship ever again. And after the weak move that he pulled to Golden State, does he deserve to? I don't really know. I think he could have got some on his own in Oklahoma City.
And for the final question, does Carmelo Anthony still have gas left in the tank to play?
I do not think he does. He's been cut, traded, disrespected, if you will. You name it. He's not an NBA player anymore. He lost everything in the tank when he was traded to OKC. They had they could have had one of the best big threes with Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook. And Carmelo Anthony, frankly, blew it. And when that ended, I felt like his career was over right then and there. I do think he has Hall of Fame numbers, but I definitely think they should just throw his jersey up in the rafters in MSG and call it quits for Carmelo.
Carmelo is not done by any means whatsoever. Carmelo, who apparently was terrible in Houston, was not terrible at all. He took a lot of mid-range shots, which did not fit in Houston's system, and he still averaged 13 points a game. 13 points. Any team could use. I don't care who it is. Any team could use 13 points off the bench. That is great. That is scoring. Every NBA team needs that. Carmelo. The problem with Carmelo is that he pulls up mid-range a lot and likes to play in isolation, which he can't do that anymore. If he turns himself into a catch-and-shoot 3-and-D player and tries to improve his defense, he could be in this league for 4 more years, let alone 1.
DeMarcus Cousins was an All-Star 2017. This year with the Lakers, he signed a veteran minimum. Not a single team in the NBA, out of all 30 teams, have offered Carmelo Anthony a vet minimum or even a contract. A vet minimum does not affect the salary cap. You can have Carmelo Anthony for free. No team wants Carmelo Anthony because he does not have anything left in the tank.
Teams are working out Amari Stoudemire. Teams are working out Monte Ellis. A team could use Carmelo Anthony for sure. I think the NBA is overreacting to this, and we don't know if Carmelo is talking to teams. LeBron just a few months ago, when the Lakers were in the playoff race, it was said that they might be rumored to sign Carmelo Anthony in a buyout deal. So you never know.
All right, that's it for the show. My co-host Bryce and Matt signing off.